I work primarily in the world of the abstract. As a composer, as a musician, as a teacher, my responsibility is to mold and to condition the ephemeral. As you might suspect, success in these realms of metaphor and allegory requires a good deal of non-traditional thinking, forging new paths, ones not previously trodden. This type of thinking generally does not come natural to folks, and it certainly did not come naturally to me. But luckily, I had the opportunity to study here. My training here was world-class, primarily because it germinated my abilities to navigate symbolism using logic and transference, and to consider not what is, but what might be. And I often find myself reminiscing about my time as a student here, the ways in which the faculty and the classmates that I had, the way that they molded me and my thinking. Because it was here, during an afternoon chat on Landis Green with some of my fellow music majors, that I learned for the first time what Kandinsky's spattering of black on bare canvas tastes like. And it was here where, through a soliloquy from my impassioned piano professor in one of our lessons in the Kirsteiner Music Building, that I felt for the first time the undulating ridges of texture that is the sensation of the plays of Oscar Wilde. And it was here that, through these transfer assignments that Professor Madsen required us to do for his behavior modification course, that I learned that the seething and the boiling of injustices, well, that's pulsating reds and blacks and flecks of fluorescences. Here, I began to see things differently, and I began to feel things in a different way than I had before. And this heightened awareness of the connections, it changed the way that I worked as a musician. It informed me as a composer and as a teacher, and it has made all the difference for me. The world, I think, has many complex concerns, ones whose solutions will require novelty. And to solve these problems, we need an army of divergent thinkers, people who can entertain the hypothetical and who make logical connections amongst intricate, disparate concepts, who reason abstractly. And if my experiences are any indication, this is exactly the kind of thinking that FSU cultivates. I want to take a second just to congratulate all of the winners of these awards tonight. And I also want to emphasize that each one of us is a sole entity. I am one composer, I am one verse. And each of us from FSU is one verse. And it's only through the combined verses of all of her alumni that the power of our joint hymn to the Garnet and the Gold resonates with its fullness. And as the ranks of her divergence grow, I implore all of us who have been touched by this university to continue to seek new trails, new ways of thinking, and to find new connections, and in doing so, ring to the sky the echoes of FSU.